I walk into a bar, sit down at a counter, and order a pineapple juice on the rocks. I take out my notebook, pen, and begin to write about the woman I love or the woman I want to love, the woman I thought I'd eventually become in the transition space in between. A guy walks over, sits down next to me and says, "What are you, a writer?" I look at my notebook, pen, reevaluate the question. No, I tell him, "I'm not a writer, I just don't like to forget things." He nods his head as if he approves of my answer, then orders a beer. And that is all for him. He does not get to take up this story, this space I call my own, to create whatever I feel, not compromising myself for what others might want to hear. So this is what happens next. I leave the bar to go sit at a table alone, carrying only my thoughts to keep me company, and I watch the crowd move. So full of chaos, I find it euphonic, while a set of hips sway in the middle of the dance floor like the dial tone after the call for mating, and I feel like the first time I made someone laugh so hard they cried. I am crying so often these days. The tears don't always show up, but I am crying all of the time. But here, in this space, I do not shame myself dramatic for feeling in a way other people can see. Even when I walk into a bar, sit down at a counter and order a pineapple juice. Even when a complete stranger is laughing at my life like he thinks it's a joke. But I think he was laughing to keep from crying. I mean, who else could really walk into a bar and not notice the differences in elements? How the same materials some lift to make them stronger can be used to keep others from moving. Okay. So I never really walked into the bar. The bar walked into me. And instead of asking for condolences, I decided to leave or grab a slice of pizza at the shop next door. So I go, telling my thoughts to hurry up, but they're still stuck on the hips in the middle of the dance floor. And I remind myself that there's the internet and cell phones and not enough time for the mistakes that will happen here and with those hips. The pizza shop is nearly empty. A sterile silence weighs over it like the dusty corners of an old library or a hospital waiting room full of grief. And this is what happens next. I keep everything. The dance floor, the disco ball, the DJ, the bartender, the ice cubes, I keep everything. The wind of her locks, the smell of her shea butter skin, the smile she blew to me from across the room, I keep everything. The taste of the pineapple juice, the guy's question mark eyes, my answer, the chaos that filled the room, I keep everything. Especially the transition space in between. Especially the things I come to bars to write down. I keep everything. And this is what happens next.